Statesman Nation, we're here with Coach Todd Hafner as we preview Week 2 of the 2018 season. Baker coming to town for the home opener, Coach, and it doesn't get any easier, but you know what? That's the schedule.
That's the way it is.
That's the schedule you made.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's the idiot that made this schedule?
Right? The Rails are going out and playing the Sisters of the Poor out there, and you go play a number 3 team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good for us, though. It really was.
Yeah.
I think, I'd be hard-pressed to say that, we'll play a team better than them.
Yeah.
We're going to play a team this week that's every bit as good as them,
Yeah.
I think, without question. But they were good all over the place. They were good in the kicking game, and they were good in, on offense, obviously, with the quarterback and the receiver and the running. I mean, they were good.
Yeah.
And defensively, we did find some holes in some things that we could do. We moved the ball fairly well. Had an opportunity to score a few more points, but it was a tough day. I mean, we lost Josh Vasquez on Wednesday, and he didn't play Saturday, and he'll be out for the year. But other than that, we had some mistakes on defense, and we had some mistakes in the kicking game, and we had some mistakes on offense. But we were able to look at it. I think our kids will do a good job of making the adjustments. I thought we had a great week of practice, and we'll be ready to go on Saturday.
Yeah, as we were talking off camera, and I said next man up week because I mean you're banged up in some spots, and you do have some. In addition to Josh being out for the year, you have some other individuals that'll be out for hopefully a very short amount of time, just a couple weeks. But their absence will be noticed,
sure,
and everything. But that's why you have depth. That's
well,
why you recruit to more than just one person at a position.
And listen, we're not going to be the only football team in America that has to play some backups. Right. I mean, it's a long season. At some point in time, everybody's going to have to do it, and we're hoping that they are short term. Right now, that's what it looks like, and so it's one of those things. Our kids are prepared. Alex came in and played great Saturday. He really did. He battled. He was tough. He could barely walk. He was cramping so bad. Right. So he'd stretch himself as he's calling the play in the huddle, and then he'd go run the play and come back and start stretching again. And so I think the kids noticed. I think they appreciated his toughness, and hopefully we can going and having played a game, I think will be to our advantage because it's going to be hot again Saturday. Right. And I think that having gone through that, knowing and getting ourselves in a little bit of game shape, I think it should help us come Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. Break down this Baker team. They lost one of the best quarterbacks in the nation to graduation, but I'm sure it's a situation that they reloaded to a point at that position, and they've got horses everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Let's talk offense first.
Well, I think Logan went down last year late in the season with a knee injury, so the young man that's starting for them now ended up playing some at the end of the season and in the playoffs for them, and so he's not unseasoned by any stretch.
Yeah.
He's been in their program for 2 or 3 years, and and he's played in big games, so the stage won't be that big for him, and they have lots of weapons around him. Their running back was number 1 or 2 in the country in rushing last year, and so offensively they'll be every bit as potent as they have been in the past. For some of them, it will be their first game being a starter. But the way that they beat some teams, those kids played a ton of minutes, and so they've played on Saturday. Defensively, they returned 8 starters. They played us very well last year. We only had 168 yards total offense last year. So, we had to go back to the drawing board a little bit to try and figure out some ways to try and scheme what they're doing for us. And it's a hard go. They're good on defense. They're fast. They play with speed. They're not the biggest up front, but they're strong and they can move, and so in the secondary, they're every bit as good as what we saw last week, and they're physical, and their linebackers are probably the best 2 that we'll see all year, to be honest with you. So it'll be a tough road. We'll have to play really well. We'll have to maintain blocks, and we'll have to be okay with gaining 5 or 6 yards a pop, and be able to do that and hang on to the ball for a long period of time.
Exactly. You alluded to having that 1 week under your belt as compared to Baker, which this is their season opener, so there's definitely an advantage there for our statesmen. What else, I guess, in particular, maybe did you learn last week and say, especially being the competition that you played, learn, they'd be like, all right, this is huge for us.
Well,
going forward.
Yeah, you know what I think what we really learned is sometimes being simple is the best way to go.
Right.
And you know, we had a great game plan in. I really thought, you know, when Josh was available, he was able to, especially defensively, he was able to get us in the right spots and things like that. And when he went down, it kind of threw us off. We had to change some guys from corner to safety, and we only had a day to do it.
Right.
So I think we found some young talent, to be honest with you. I think some kids that we really think are going to be great players for us. The stage was pretty big on Saturday, but they kind of got caught up in some of the stuff that was going on, and so I thought our kids, you know, on the sidelines were great. I don't think we ever at any point, you know, gave in or gave up. I don't, you know, that's not a MO of our team ever, and we didn't see any of that Saturday. So I think the character of our team is every bit of what we thought it was going to be. We've got a great football team. We had a great week of practice, and you know, we're going to go play our best and try and win a game Saturday.
Yeah. Finally, you know, any keys to success, as always, what's it going to take down this top 10 team?
Right. You know, besides not turning it over and making it turn. But I think for us the key is to be able to hold on to the football. You know, last year we weren't really able to do that. Now we scored 27 points last year, but we blocked a punt for a touchdown.
Right.
We had a fake punt down to the 15 or 10, you know, that set up another touchdown. I think we need to do that for ourselves. I think offensively we need to hold on to it, and defensively we need to make the quarterback move. We got to make him. We can't just let him stand back there and find open guys. We've got to get to him, and we've got to cover long enough so the guys can get to him. Right. And I think those are the two biggest keys as far as, you know, what holds success for us on Saturday.
Right. Actually, not finally. This is finally ESPN3 game. Always a big deal. I mean, you know, obviously we're always streaming, but you just say, hey, it's the ESPN3 game. Sure. So I'm sure the kids are a little more amped up maybe than just a normal game. Talk about you know, going into this week, and you know.
Well, I think, you know, the ESPN3 thing is huge for us. Our kids do know, and they like to tell everybody, and that's awesome. I think, you know, as big as anything is, it's our home opener. You know, we'd love to see a huge crowd. I know the Hawkeyes play at the same time we do, but that's, you know, that is what it is. I mean, we're in a state where there's 2 D1 football programs, and so. But we'd like to see the local community come out and support us, and I think we have a great product, and I think they're going to see a great game.
Definitely. All right. Coach Hafner and the guys, 2:30 start, so it's a little different with the Niles and ESPN3 setup this year. But 2:30 start. Baker coming to town, number 9 in the nation. It's going to be a heck of a battle.
Be a great game.
Be a great home opener.
Yep,
so,
be a great game.
Best of luck, Coach.
Thanks.